Good morning, everyone. Oh, I think I just dropped something I need. Oh, well, I'll get it later. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Thursday. I exfoliated at the exfoliating mask this morning, so my face is a little red. But happy Thursday. It's my Saturday because I'm leaving for bow this morning. Becoming an outdoors woman. For people who think I'm going bow hunting, I am not going bow hunting. I am just going to the Becoming an Outdoors Woman program. I usually just call it the Outdoor Woman's Weekend, or I am going to pick up what I need because I need to put stuff in it as I'm packing to leave. I usually just call it my Outdoor Woman's Weekend or just bow, but when I do call it just bow, a lot of people think I'm going bow hunting, which I've done archery, but I don't bow hunt, so that is not what I'm doing this weekend. Yesterday, I watched this thing online that talked about how morning Tina, how we really go on Facebook a lot, which I totally agree with, and we tend to just scroll past. Like, we take the stuff in that we're seeing, and we know what's going on in people's lives. Like, for instance, this was years ago. I had won some Nickelback tickets, and I put on Facebook that I won Nickelback tickets. And I'm sure people commented, but I was at the mall or Walmart or something later that day, and one of my Facebook friends, who I hadn't directly conversed with about winning said tickets, yelled at me from across the parking lot, scared the crap out of me, and said, "Hey, lucky lady, congrats on winning those Nickelback tickets." And I was like, who is this person and how do they know I won Nickelback tickets? Well, it turned out she was a friend, and a good friend, thank goodness, but also a Facebook friend, and just saw it because I posted it on Facebook. Good morning, Paul. I loved your, I just loved your video, like all of it. It was a good one yesterday. But anyways, okay, so back to my story. So this woman knew, just by scrolling my Facebook, that, first of all, I need to say, you don't need this much foundation. I'm just trying to look at myself in the camera instead of on a mirror, and I should have been done like 2 minutes ago. Okay, so this woman knew that I won the Nickelback tickets without ever talking to me, without commenting, without liking my post. That was all you could do back then. You couldn't love it or laugh because it was Nickelback or whatever. And so it kind of freaked me out back then. So yesterday I was watching this forum thing online, and it was talking about that again. And I put a post on my wall yesterday, or last night, with a picture and just saying, you know, how some people never comment. Like, I'm friends with people that I've made through low carb groups or hysterectomy groups or making a murderer groups, and I've been friends with some of these people, and like, we've never ever exchanged anything other than our initial friend requests. And so I put, you know, some people never have ever even commented. So my point was that we scroll and scroll and scroll, and we just don't have any interaction with these people in our lives. So maybe sometimes we should stop and take just a minute that we could, I don't know, say hi, or, you know, even if it's not like a hello post, but we just stop and say, you know, they're like, hey, my kid went to kindergarten today and kissed every girl because it was Valentine's Day. That was funny. Hi, how are you doing? You didn't say how you're doing if you really don't care, but if they're friends of yours, you probably do care. But I don't know. I just thought it was poignant, and I thought we so do that. We so scroll, and like one of the friends of mine that I've had since like 6th grade, we were cheerleaders together in junior high and stuff. I see her stuff all the time, and she's into fitness and healthy eating, and she does amazing things, and I see this all the time, and I think to myself how amazing she is and the great work she's doing with people, and I never say it. Why don't I say it? So my goal for myself is to start saying it, to just reach out and take 2 seconds to post, hey, how you doing? Because I do care, and I do want to know how people are doing, and I do want that interaction with people, because my thumb gets tired of just scrolling all the time. Alright, so I challenge you all, y'all, depending on where you live, Elena, I challenge you all to do that too. Even if it's just like, do 3 people today. Stop and post, hey, on 3 people's wall, or 3 people that you, if you're like me and have people that you've never ever interacted with, stop and say hey to those 3 people. Because I know that I had at least one person that I've never interacted with that I interacted with last night. Alright, as far as makeup goes today, I'm going to do almost exactly what I did yesterday, but I'm going to add a touch of this color because I can. No, because I can. Seriously. But the kudos that I did almost all last week, I got it on Tuesday, so I did it every day through this Tuesday. The last we heard, it was 76% sold out. So I'm waiting for an update on that, and I will probably update everybody because I know I still had some people that were wanting it. You can always go on the website and look. You know, try to order it. If it says it's sold out, then it's sold out. Oh, and did you guys notice anything? Like the backdrop. Is that cool or what? You know, I have to look at my A, messy room, or B, ceiling fan that half the time made me look like I was wearing a dunce cap. No, it wasn't dunce cap. It was just those nerdy caps that had the little spinners on the top. Were those called anything? I don't remember. Who can tell me what those are called? Paul, are you still watching? I bet you knew what those were called. So, this weekend, usually, thank you. I don't know what very Bonnie means, but I'm assuming it's something good. This weekend, usually I do a workshop with every 4 hours they do a different workshop. And usually I take a class with every 4 hours, but we are hoping for good snow up there so we can actually make a Quincy, which is like an igloo that we make. We pile up the snow and then we dig it out, and then everybody that wants to can sleep in it. Usually there's about 2 people that sleep per quinzee that you make. And so we're hoping to do that. So we're thinking that we might have to work on building our quinzee both Friday and then Saturday morning is the class that Tina teaches that I'm going to help with. And then Saturday afternoon, if we need to finish the quinzees, we will do that. But then Sunday morning, we will be available. So there is a class this year on canine first aid that I thought was super helpful and interesting because I love dogs. I love my dog. I love all dogs. I'm trying to think if there's any I don't like. I used to, now I see my friend Tracy just jumped on, but I used to not like Chihuahuas, and then Chuck's pups happened, and people that I love got Chihuahuas, and they are the naughtiest, cutest little dogs ever, and I just love them. And so I've changed my mind on Chihuahuas. I used to not like Dobermans because they were big and scary, and my neighbors had them. I wonder, Joni, are you still on here? Do you still go on Facebook? She was my neighbor that had the big scary dogs. No, I would lose my head some mornings if it's not attached. I would like to use my blending brush, but I don't know where it is. I used to be scared of Dobermans just because they were scary, and I was like 8, so that makes them even scarier. But I've been bit by a dog when I was 8, and it was a black lab, of all dogs to be bit by. But in her defense, she was eating a bone and I didn't know it, and I went to pet her as I was walking by her, and she didn't know I wasn't trying to steal her bone. And you know how that goes. When people try to steal your bone, you get kind of mad. So that was the only dog that ever bit me. Even when I was delivering mail for a year in my life that I did that job, I didn't like it at all. Even when I did that, one day I was delivering, and I came around the corner and there was a Rottweiler and a German Shepherd, both baring their teeth at me, looking at me like they hadn't eaten in 3 weeks and I was their next meal. So luckily I didn't listen to policy because I'm a rule breaker, and I carried treats with me. So I quick pulled them out and I had them in my hand, and I was like, "Oh, puppies want a treat?" And they both stopped, turned their head, and the owner came running around and he was like, grabbed them quick. He's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like shaking. "I've got treats. It's okay." But then I did give them their treats, and they loved me. After that, they didn't bark at me after that, which usually doesn't happen. Usually the dogs don't like the mailman, and the reason is because they're able to chase them off every day. I learned that when I was becoming a mailman. Sorry, letter carrier is the specific term for it. But was not my favorite job. I will tell anybody that. And the reason is just because I probably would have went postal. I don't know. I like getting, I don't know. I think maybe if I was in a different environment, it would have been better, but I don't know. I missed my job at the photo store and the people I worked with and the time that I had, the set hours and not working 7 days a week and all that good stuff. Alright, so now I did my eyes just like I did yesterday, but then I went in with the Alluring, which is in the palette that might be sold out, and I just added that. I am going to use my cruddy old blush brush and blend it out a little bit more, since I can't find my blending brush at the moment. And all I did was, like I said, I did exactly what I did yesterday with my eyes, but I wanted to tie in the color of my shirt because I like to matchy-matchy. And now I'm just going to line them. So let's see, we've talked about the scrolling. Oh, another thing that I watched yesterday was this girl. Her name is Lindsay Tompkins, and she teaches like network marketing. Good morning, Alyssa. Isn't that background? It just rocks. I love it. But she teaches like social media stuff, and I just love her. But she also talks about her journey a lot. And one thing that she talked about yesterday that really resonated with me is she was talking about people. Oh, let me. I don't know. Oh, here it is. She was talking about people that hit rock bottom and how rock bottom is actually a blessing. It's like rock bottom is not the worst place to be. It's when you are living your life and things are just good enough. When you're living your life and things are mediocre and they're just okay and you have no desire to change because things are all right, and you know you're not unhappy with the way your life is, but you're not passionate about life anymore. And she says that is the scariest place to be, because you don't have any motivation to do anything different. You don't have any drive to change anything because you're okay with where you're at. And there is a difference between being like good with your life because you have what you deserve and you have the things that should be coming to you in your life, and just not wanting more. And I really, really enjoyed that message that she had, because it's true. It's like good enough is a scary place to be. So I made a sign for her and put it on her wall, put it on my wall. And yeah, she said mediocrity is a killer. And I love that. I thought that was just very cool. So I thought I'd share that too. I need to put on mascara. Yeah, it is true. It's when you hit rock bottom, there is nowhere to go but up. And that is when you You know, whether it's a relationship or your finances or anything, just your life. When you hit rock bottom, you need to make a decision and you need to change. When you're just going along and things aren't great, but you're skimping by, or you're lukewarm, as she said. Things are just lukewarm. That's no place to be. To not have that drive to always improve and do better and want more for yourself. It's like you need to want a better relationship and want to have more money, and not to be a jerk about it, and not, you know, to, oh, I just want to be rich and famous, but because you deserve good things, and then in turn you can share those good things. You know, people can share what they've got no matter what they've got. People can, like, you can donate. The person that only has $1 and donates 90 cents of the dollar has given more than somebody who has $10,000 and only gives 100. Not saying that it makes one a better person or another, but I'm just saying, giving wise, literally one has given more. But if you have more to give, you know, you should want more, so then you have more to give. All right, those are Angie's life lessons for today. I don't know what time I'll be on tomorrow. I think that we need to be in registration by 10, so it might be about this time. I'm going to try to get Tina to come on with me. We'll see. She probably won't, but no, I don't know. She might. It might just be me showing you the Tree Haven. It's beautiful there. I will show you guys what Tree Haven looks like no matter what, because it is so beautiful, and if you can't get out and enjoy nature, I'm going to bring the nature to you because you need it. I know that. So everyone, have a great Thursday, and I will talk to you later. Bye!